God revealed to Abraham, I'm not interested in your son. I don't take the sacrifices of your children. Don't lay a hand on your child. Now, you've shown your respect for me. That's fine. But don't touch that child. I'm commanding you, don't touch that child. I do not take your children. Everybody say, God's not a taker. Now, bring that up into Jesus. Matthew 16, beginning with verse 13. When Jesus came to the region of Caesarea Philippi, he asked his disciples, who do the people say the Son of Man is? They replied, some say John the Baptist, others say Elijah, and still others Jeremiah or one of the prophets. But what about you, he asked, who do you say that I am? Peter answered, you are the Christ, the Son, the what? Of the living God. Jesus replied, blessed are you, Simon, son of Bar-Jonah. For this was not revealed to you by man, but by my Father in heaven. Now, wait a minute. Just like the Father revealed to Abraham, I don't want your son. Now it's been revealed to Peter, this is the Son of God. I tell you that you are Peter. And on this rock of a revelation, an understanding of who I am, I will build my church, and the gates of hell will not overcome it. Now, in Caesarea Philippi, Jesus began to reveal the same truth to his disciples as the church was being born, that God the Father revealed to Abraham as he was beginning to birth a nation. Everybody say, birth a nation, birth a church. Now, all this happens in a place called Caesarea Philippi at the Temple of Pan. Now, this is Caesarea Philippi. You can see all of the water that is up there, and this is hot season. I mean, when we were there at Qumran, it was 106 degrees Fahrenheit, about 42 centigrade. And you still see all the water that is there. Now, we'll come back and describe this in just a minute. See the beautiful water? All of this water flows down to the Jordan River. Now, right up there, do you see that cave? That cave was the ancient Temple of Pan. Everybody said Temple of Pan. Now let us show you the Temple of Pan. In Jesus' day, it was full of water. And oftentimes is today. In this cave, people would take their children in Jesus' day. You would take your babies and you would throw your babies into that water. And if the water came out white, your child, the sacrifice was accepted. If the water came out red, the sacrifice was not accepted. Now, right next to where you sacrificed your children, in this cave, right next to it, we can pan right. Now, you see that kind of a carved out area with a marker, a religious marking above it, right above the P. That's where Jesus, where you see my hat. This is where Jesus stood and asked the question, who do men say that I am? Now, leave it there for a minute. Now, Jesus is 15, 20 feet away from where people are sacrificing their children. And Jesus said, Peter, who do you say that I am? You are the Christ. You are the Messiah, the Son of God. Now notice, on Temple Mount, I don't want your son. God provided the sacrifice. Here at the Temple of Pan, Jesus stands before his disciples and says, can you get a revelation of something? God does not ask you to give the sacrifice. God is giving his son to you for the sacrifice.